Have you ever felt like you gave your heart to someone, only to have it shattered by betrayal or heartbreak? It's a feeling that can leave you questioning everything, yourself, your choices, and even your ability to trust again. But what if I told you that Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, helped me navigate the darkest moments of my life and come out stronger on the other side? In this video, I'm going to share the subtle mistakes we often make in relationships that lead to heartache, and how Stoic principles can not only help you heal, but also protect your peace and happiness. Stick around, because what you'll learn here might just change the way you view love, loss, and personal growth forever. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below about how Stoicism has helped you in your life. Let's get started. 1. The power of perspective. When we face heartbreak or betrayal, our initial reaction is often overwhelming sadness, anger, or confusion. But Stoicism teaches us that the way we perceive these events determines how much they affect us. Imagine two people experiencing betrayal. One dwells on the injustice, while the other views it as a chance to learn about trust and resilience. The first person feels trapped in misery, while the second grows stronger. By shifting your perspective, you can move from being a victim of circumstances to the author of your own story. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never trust anyone again," you can reflect, "This experience has shown me the value of discernment in relationships." It doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, but rather seeing the bigger picture and finding lessons in your pain. By viewing heartbreak as an opportunity for growth, you transform what feels like a loss into a chance to become wiser, more self-aware, and more compassionate with yourself and others. 2. The role of expectations in pain. Heartbreak often hurts because our expectations don't align with reality. We expect loyalty, permanence, or fairness, but life doesn't always follow our script. Seneca said, "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." When we expect perfection from others, we set ourselves up for disappointment. For example, imagine a relationship where you expected your partner to meet all your emotional needs. When they fail to do so, it feels like betrayal. But the root of that pain is the unrealistic expectation. Stoicism reminds us to lower our attachment to external outcomes and focus on what we can control, our actions and responses. Adjusting expectations doesn't mean losing hope or being pessimistic. It means accepting that people are imperfect and life is unpredictable. By doing this, you shield yourself from unnecessary pain and approach relationships with a sense of balance and wisdom, allowing room for both joy and imperfection. Before we go further, if you enjoy enriching contents like this, please remember to click the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you won't miss our weekly sharing of wisdom for your personal growth. 3. Practicing negative visualization. One of the subtle mistakes we make in relationships is taking them for granted. We assume our loved ones will always be there, and when heartbreak or betrayal strikes, it feels unbearable. Stoicism offers a powerful exercise called negative visualization to prepare us for life's uncertainties. It's about imagining the loss of something or someone dear, not to invite sadness, but to appreciate them more while they're still with us. For instance, imagine your partner or friend not being a part of your life anymore. How would you feel? What would you miss most? This isn't pessimism, it's a way to cultivate gratitude. Think of someone who recently experienced betrayal. If they had regularly practiced negative visualization, they might have been emotionally prepared, knowing that people are fallible and relationships aren't guaranteed to last forever. This mindset doesn't make the pain disappear, but it softens the blow by reducing the shock. Heartbreak hurts less when you've mentally acknowledged that loss is a natural part of life's flow. 4. learning from Seneca's concept of time. Heartbreak often feels like time stolen, time we invested in someone who let us down. This wasted time leads to regret and anger, making healing even harder. Seneca, however, reminds us that time itself is the most valuable thing we own. He said, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we waste much of it." Imagine someone who spends months or years stuck in heartbreak, replaying painful memories and holding on to resentment. This is time they'll never get back. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment and invest our time in things that truly matter: self-growth, meaningful connections, and personal goals. Think about someone starting a new hobby, building their career, or deepening their friendships after heartbreak. They are reclaiming their time and turning pain into productivity. Heartbreak feels devastating because we focus on what we've lost, but Stoicism urges us to focus on what we still have, the chance to live fully and purposefully. Use the time post-heartbreak to rebuild yourself stronger than before. Recognize that every second spent in bitterness or regret is a second stolen from your happiness. 5. Detaching identity from relationships. One subtle mistake that ruins relationships is tying your entire identity to them. When heartbreak or betrayal strikes, it feels like losing yourself because your sense of worth and purpose were deeply connected to that relationship. Stoicism teaches us to look inward and recognize that our true value doesn't depend on external things, including relationships. Imagine someone whose world revolves around their partner. When that partner betrays or leaves, they feel empty, questioning their purpose. This is a painful but valuable lesson. You are more than your relationship status or someone else's perception of you. Start by rediscovering yourself. Reflect on your passions, goals, and values outside the relationship. When you detach your identity from relationships, you don't lose yourself when they end. Instead, you remain grounded, capable of healing and moving forward. Remember, you are complete on your own, and relationships should enhance your life, not define it. 6. The temporary nature of pain. Heartbreak and betrayal feel unbearable in the moment, as if the pain will last forever. But Stoicism reminds us that all emotions, even the most intense, are temporary. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Pain is neither unbearable nor endless, as long as you keep in mind its limits and don't magnify it in your imagination." Think about a time when you experienced sadness before and thought it would never end, yet it did. Now imagine someone going through heartbreak who believes their world is shattered. This mindset traps them in despair. Instead, acknowledging the fleeting nature of emotions helps them endure the pain with patience and hope. A practical way to do this is through mindfulness. When overwhelmed, pause and remind yourself that this pain too will pass. Picture your heartbreak as a storm. It feels chaotic and endless, but it eventually subsides, leaving behind clearer skies. This understanding empowers you to face heartbreak without fear, trusting that time and resilience will guide you to healing. Pain is a part of life, but like everything else, it is impermanent, and that's a comforting truth. If you've ever experienced heartbreak or betrayal, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. How did you cope, and what helped you move forward? If this video resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and share this video with someone who might need it. Remember, your pain can be your greatest teacher. Don't let it go to waste.